Yo, check it out. I'm going to share some intel with y'all. Straight up, man. Some people think that we're all over the place with the show, right? They have no fucking idea, man, that we're master strategists and that this shit is highly strategic. We're those whiz kids, man, that grew up playing all those fucking puzzle games and shit. And we make it look like it's some shit that's all over the place. It's not even close to being all over the fucking place. This shit is very methodical, man. It was all thought out fucking decades ago. You see, man, when you look at statecraft and you look at these empire builders and how they built their shit, we already know exactly how they did it to a spec. Like, man, I've seen shit that's been 3D fucking printed by the Department of Defense. The motherfuckers don't even think it's possible. Like, they just don't even think it's possible. I've already seen it. I've already seen the future of different fucking cities. I've seen the renderings. Like, I know what the shadow government has planned in terms of these future cities. Like, this shit is mind-blowing. I've already seen that shit. I've been involved in programs through the university in conjunction with academia. Some people like to say academia instead of academia. So I just thought I'd switch it up there a little bit. Little nuance. Fucking innuendo. You know, cognoscenti type shit. So, yeah. Modus operandi. Or is it modus operandi? You be the judge. You know, I don't know Latin, man. I'm just kicking around some fucking phrases that I've heard here and there. So, yeah, talk about cogs in the machine. I'm just saying, like, I studied engineering drafting when I was in junior high school. My grandfather was a master builder, so I grew up in his wood shop, metal shop, and I used to read his books back in the 70s. I was a precocious kid. I used to read books when I was fucking a kid that were textbooks. When I was like, I don't know, like 3-4 years old or some shit. Yeah, man. So I'm just saying, like, my friends, where we grew up, like, all my friends are fucking prodigious, dude. Like, all my friends are smart as fuck. All my friends are hella smart. Like, where I come from, it's kind of like this, man. I come from a really fucking wealthy state where you can't really be poor where I come from. Because what a lot of people don't know, man, the secret of where I come from is that if you're part of the social contract, like, as long as you don't fucking rat niggas out, snitch niggas out, as long as you hold shit down for the camp, for the tribe, we're very tribal where I come from. In fact, I'm part native. I'm not one of these fake motherfuckers claiming to be part native. I'm actually part native. My dad, he says he's black. He says he's African American on his military documents. He's part native. And his eyes aren't even brown. My eyes are brown. His eyes aren't even brown. My dad's eyes are not brown. His eyes are hazel. So the point is, man, is that I'm indigenous to North America. And I know some of the secrets of North America, some of the shit that the government doesn't like to broadcast openly to the public. Now, I'm not a fucking leaker or revealer of information. I don't do leaks and shit. I'm not an Edward fucking Snowden traitor to America. No, man, I'll never be a motherfucker like that. I can never dishonor my country or my family like that. I mean, shit, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, dude, there isn't any money that's worth that. There's like no amount of money worth or value. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, man. But you know, some people with their egos, like Edward Snowden, he has to have his ego stroke. He's a fucking kid and he's stupid and he fucking committed espionage and he's going to pay for it. He's going to go to prison for a really long time. I know he thinks he's puppy dog-eyed and he has a little baby face and shit. I know a lot of dudes like that. If you look at my graduation, my high school photos, man, I got a little puppy dog face, like that, little puppy dog eyes, a little baby face, man. Before my face had like pock marks from like childhood acne and shit, young adult acne and shit. Before I had a rugged fucking face, man, like Danny Trejo. My shit looked rugged as fuck, and I'm hella honest and shit. And the thing is, man, is I'm not even I'm not even, it's not even an issue with me. Because, man, I lived on the streets, like rugged life shit, like dagger to dagger type shit. And I'm talking real daggers. Gun to gun type shit. I'm not embellishing or glorifying. I'm just saying where I fucking come from is the Wild West. Was. And, I mean, I was no big tough guy. I wasn't even a big dude. I was like an average size guy. I wasn't a little guy and I wasn't a big guy. I was a middle guy. I just played a lot of sports, man, so I was really adept to the shit. And I used to tussle with my buddies when we were kids, and we used to practice martial arts and jump off buildings and do wild stunts and shit like Jackie Chan. So we just like toughed our bodies up. I wasn't a big tough dude, and I didn't go looking for fights like some people. Man, I'm a survivalist is what I am, man. To be honest, I'm a survivalist. That's what we are, my people. Where I come from, that's what we do, man. We had to grow up outside, man, in the environment. Spending nights in the woods with like no tent and shit. Like in the forest, like with no tents. Torrential downpour, ice, rain, hail, sleet, snow. Just shit you had to toughen yourself up, man. You know what I'm saying? Falling into fucking frozen lakes under like ice cracks and shit, and you just got to swim out because, man, there's no one there to save you type shit. I'm just saying, crazy shit, man. Pacific Northwest type shit. A lot of close calls, a lot of fuck, man. Man. One night, man, I got hella wasted, hella drunk. Disclosure, black ops shit. I got hella fucking drunk, man. I went down to the coast. Shit, what year was this? Was it 90? Alright, so it was like probably, had to have been before 94, 96. So sometime in 94, between 1994 and 96. I used to get into these like states of mind, man, where it'd be like after the club hours and it would be like 2 a.m. because you can drink up to 2 a.m. out there. I'd be liquored up and I'd just go down by the railroad tracks, man, and I'd just be like walking around the coast and I would just be like in this mindset. So I go down to this industrial zone where they got like they got lumber and so it's like a lumber mill. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go into too many details. But the point is, man, I mean, it wasn't really anything illegal other than a little bit of trespass. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't shit. I wasn't doing dirt. I wasn't doing anything. You know what I'm saying? That was highly illegal. I was just out in the elements. Naturally, I wasn't supposed to be there. So I just, fucking disregarded all the signs that said private property. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. But I wasn't stealing anything, man. So I go down to this place, and man, because, I'd been in gymnastics and shit, I was hella drunk, man. I was so fucking wasted. I said, you know what, man? I'm a man in this world. I'm going to put myself to the test. I'm just going to see what's up. Man, I climbed up on this. Basically, man, if you look at a crane in the city, man, that's building like a fucking building, I climbed up on some shit like that at nighttime. Because I know a dude right now, actually, he was locked up. He's a fucking Jake. He's a punk. He's a traitor, man. And that dude is, he's got some motherfucking serious issues. I hope they don't ever let him out. He doesn't, based on what I've heard through intel, like through the homies, through the grapevine, through the network, he don't ever deserve to get out. And nigga, you know who the fuck you are. You don't ever need to be on the streets, bro. Like, you don't even need to be alive, nigga, for real. Like, you're in violation, and I'm not even going to go off on a tangent or on a tirade. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, you know that you need to be locked up forever. And I mean, even though, man, we were homies growing up, bro, you cross that line, bro. Honestly, bro, you don't need to be on this earth, though. You know what I'm saying, motherfucker? I'm just keeping it fucking casual and 100% legit. Motherfucker, you really don't need to be alive based on the shit that I heard you did, motherfucker. You do not need to exist. So, I'm just saying, when niggas cross the line, man, that's it. There ain't no coming back. And I gotta stick to that code, because that's the code, man. This motherfucker's ill. Like, if I were the judge, if I were the jury knowing what this motherfucker did from what I heard, you know what I'm saying? Psh, man, motherfucker, you ain't gonna ever get out, bro. Because the number of times you did it, and the level of fucking crime, the severity of it all, and the nature of it, nigga, you're fucking, man. Hey, bro, basically you killed yourself, bro. Like, politically, you're dead, man. Like, in the legal fucking judicial imprisonment sense of it all, you fucking doomed yourself, man. And straight up, bro, there's no coming back from the shit you did. You can't ever be homies with niggas ever again. You can never be cool with niggas ever again. You can never have street credibility ever again. You can never get on ever again, bro. You ain't part of our shit ever again. Your name will never be honored and it will never be recognized. Bro, we cut you off, bro. Like, you are excommunicated from the tribe, bro. You know what I'm saying? Understand that shit, bro. You are fucking communicated from our shit. I don't feel bad for you. I feel bad for your victims. I don't feel bad for you, bro. And honestly, man, you know what you should do. And I'm not even going to say it on the podcast, bro. Yeah, for real. Honestly, I'm keeping it real. A lot of niggas won't talk about shit like this. Motherfucker, I have no sympathy for you. I feel bad for your family because you're a fucked up nigga. And the other thing is, man, I grew up with you. Yeah, I grew up with you, bro. You're not right, bro. And bro, 1,000 years could go by. Shit, I ain't God. That's the thing. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus Christ. I don't have to fucking forgive you, bro. And I don't. You're fucked up. And I would never fucking trust you ever again, bro. Forever. Ever. In a fucking zillion eons, I will never fucking trust you, motherfucker. The type of shit you are. That's how energy is, man. You gone, fool. So, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I was outdoors one night, man. Moving along. And anyway, dude I'm referring to, who got himself basically locked up indefinitely for some ill shit, is highly inappropriate and it's heinous and it's considered fucking morally amoral, immoral, wrong by all definition in the textbook of crime and punishment. He actually climbed up on a crane himself too. But I didn't climb up on a crane. He got caught. He was a fool. He was stupid. I didn't climb up on a crane, but I climbed up on this mega structure. And I hung off the edge of the coast, man, by one hand. Like, fuck it. I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to go into details, man. But I got up my will, man, mind over matter, and I went up there. And I fucking meditated and I focused on it because there was no one around. And by the way, there was no surveillance back then. They didn't have smartphones, no internet shit, nothing. Not really. So, you know what I'm saying? Because I was at this industrial site, man, for a good length of time, and I was not stopped by anyone, and there was no one there because I know. And I knew that place, and I'd been there lots of times. But I had just never done the following. So I climbed to the top, which was, shit, man. How many stories up was I? Let me think about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I was over 12 stories up. Easily over 12 stories off the ground. But I was over the coast, man. I was over the water. And there was this piece of metal. And so I just grabbed hold of it. Made sure that it was a secure structure. Tested it a few times. Looked down at the motherfucking Puget Sound. And I was just like, yo, man, if I fall, man, shit. I'm going to fall hella far up. I'm going to fall from hella far up, man. And the only thing that's below is the ocean's depths. Motherfucking Pacific, man. And it's just, man, ain't no one out here, man. This is between me, God, and the universe. You know what I'm saying? And I went out. First I had two hands, you know what I'm saying, holding. And I held the rail. And I just felt gravity, man. And I just kind of looked down and I looked around. And then I felt that like tension and that pressure and that gravity. And I just thought to myself, man, I can't believe I'm doing this. This is surreal. That's how close I was, man. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't trying, man, I wasn't suicidal. That was the thing. I wasn't trying to kill myself, if that's what y'all are thinking. I was just like, fuck it, I'm a grown-ass man. I was in my shit. Fucking, what, 20s, something? Anyway, I held on to this piece of metal, man, this bar. About 12 stories, more than 12 stories, above the ocean's depths. And I was like, yeah, man, shit, this is a secure piece of metal that's affixed to this mega structure. And I was just like, yo, man, it's kind of like being in high school, like, you know what I'm saying, in college on that chin-up bar in the gym, you know what I mean? Yeah. So then I was like, fuck it, let's go hand to hand. So I released one hand, man, and I held on by one hand. And then I was like, I wonder how long I can hold on by one hand. And by the way, this is a true story. You ought to know that at this point. I'm never going to make up some shit like this. And you should be able to tell from my voice, man. And the way I prefaced it. And then I was like, all right. And then I was like, man, am I losing my grip? Do I have a firm grip? Like, is this a precarious situation? I'm looking down and I'm like, yo, I'm 1 nanotick, 1 millimeter away. You know what I'm saying? Should something happen? Should I lose? You know what I'm saying? My grip? Psh, rah. That's the ocean. That's the ocean's depths right there. Plus I had on a leather jacket, you know what I'm saying, with the inside pocket, with some shit, you know what I'm saying? And so then I was like, all right, let me try the other hand. So I did the other hand, let one hand go, and I just looked out, man, at the coast as I hung one hand off this mega fucking structure overlooking the fucking Pacific Northwest, the Puget Sound. And then I was like, I wonder how long I could do this. I just sat there, man, at nighttime. I could hear the water down below. It was all dark and shit, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, all right, well, shit, I did it. And then I just, inched my way back over and dismounted. And I was like, wow. And then I looked back down at the water like, that was crazy. Yeah. And then I walked away, man, and I walked several miles and I went home. I used to do shit like that, man. So, man, just crazy shit. Industrial sites, man. One night, I smoked hella weed and I fucking walked hella far. It's probably like, I don't know, man. Shit, maybe it's like 12 miles, something like that. It's about half the distance between EVT and Seatown, Seattle, 206. Probably like 12 miles-ish. I'm saying. And just hella high on weed, man. And it was fire. And these cars, they just look like specks of light. Literally, it looked like fields of energy. And I couldn't tell, man, if the cars at some point, because it was like a picture frame effect, it was hard to determine whether the cars were, because they would like zip, like zip, and then it would like freeze frame. And then I was like, do I take a step or do I just stay put, holding pattern? And then I was like, I don't know, but I'm in the middle of the intersection. So then it was like, put 1 foot forward, you know what I'm saying? And then, let your next step be your best step, man. And these cars, everything was just energy. It's just like, zip, 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 zip. And then it was like freeze frame. And I was like, man, I hope they see me, but maybe someone won't. I don't know. This is just an energy field. The shit was crazy. And then when it all kind of slowed down and things came back to normal, man, the daylight, the sun had come up and it was like, shit, 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m., almost 6 a.m. And I just slept in a fucking tractor in an industrial fucking site that was being excavated. I climbed I climbed a fence that had razor wire on it because they wanted to protect this fucking zone where they were building, digging. And I just slept in a fucking tractor, man, with the t-shirt on. I didn't even have a jacket that night. Just had my t-shirt on. I just put my arms inside my sleeves like a tortoise and shit, like a turtle. And I just curled up in a ball, man, and I went to sleep. And I knew that I could have fucking faded out, man, from hypothermia because it was fucking cold as fuck. And it was the fall. And, I mean, it probably got down to like 39, 40 degrees at nighttime. I mean, I woke up, man, and I felt like I was almost frozen. And if I hadn't been liquored up, man, I probably would have been hypothermia, you know what I'm saying? And also, man, I'd been outside like that for many years, man, on occasion. Not all the time, but I'm saying there have been times, man, you know, just out with the homies and shit. Everyone's out, just pass out in a little alcove somewhere, you know what I'm saying, freezing cold, wake up, fucking shivering, you know, 3, 4, 5 a.m. and shit, shake it off, you know, go and fucking drink a brew, smoke a Cool or a Newport, you know, Camel, Marb Red. I'm just saying, man, that's how I grew up, you know what I'm saying? I met this dude, man, later out here on the East Coast, former KGB, well, he was GRU, and he was a canine handler. I've talked about this before. And he told me in Siberia, where he's from, that they would go to work. And then when they'd get off work, they'd just go out and drink, you know, vodka and shit. And they'd pass out in the middle of fucking Siberia. But motherfuckers there are acclimated to it. So where a normal nigga would die, you know what I'm saying, or borderline like perish, they're used to it there, man. They're accustomed to the shit. So they'd fucking pass out in Siberia, man, after a night of drinking, and they'd wake up at like 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. and just be like, oh, shit, man. Shit. So, you know what I'm saying? But stateside, middle of the wintertime shit, I mean, shit, man. There's fucking been times in the past, man. Go out with the homies, drinking and shit. I'm talking about back in the day, man. And just be walking through neighborhoods and shit, middle of the winter, fucking freezing cold. Probably like between 20 and 35 degrees, 35, 20 degrees, freezing fucking cold. It could snow, but it hasn't. Motherfucker just find a car that's unlocked and shit, and some abandoned like yard, you know what I'm saying, of like cars in some neighborhood, you know, some gas station somewhere where they got some cars fucking parked, you know what I'm talking about, for service the next day. Just find one, you know what I'm saying, that's unlocked. Just get inside that junk with just a fucking t-shirt on. It's still freezing. You ain't running the engine. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no heat in that bitch. But you're no longer in the elements, you know what I'm saying? I've done shit like that a few times. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, motherfuckers out west, man, we had to tough ourselves up a little bit. You know, and I'm not a big guy, man. I'm a average sized dude. I'm a medium sized dude. Not a small little dude, and I'm not a big tough guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular dude, man. I'm just a fucking average ass dude. I'm just saying, man, like, that's how I grew up, you know? And, man, you know, we'd be out, man, when we were kids and shit. I say kids in our early 20s, running from the fucking police, man. They came looking for us one night, suspected us of some shit. There was a bunch of us, like 6 of us, man. Maybe 7 or 8, maybe 10. I'm just saying, but you know what I mean? And they were tracking us, man, through these fields, through these fucking neighborhoods, through the woods. They had canines looking for us. I fucking straight buried myself, man. And one of the homies, he and I, we dug in, just like, you know, Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, Eagle Scouts type shit. We fucking dug ourselves into the earth. This is a true story, man. I wouldn't make this shit up. Anyway, man, we dug ourselves into the earth, buried ourselves with just little eye hole peepholes. Swear to God, all my life, all my honor as a man in this universe, My homie and I, my homeboy, we called it Vietnam. That night among my dudes, we refer to that night as Vietnam because they were looking for us. Straight up, there was a police officer above us with the police dog standing right next to us, and he had no idea that we had buried ourselves in the motherfucking earth beneath him, and that we were literally watching him and the police dog. The only reason the police dog didn't fucking find us is because we were in the soil. And we had to limit our breathing because the police dog was literally fucking, they were no more than 2 arm lengths away. And they circled back too. So we waited. And then we waited like another half an hour after that just to see if they came back. We didn't do anything major, man, but they were looking for us one night. It's those war games that I was telling y'all about, man. When we were kids, man, when they suspected us of some shit, they come in full force, man. They pretend like we were on some major shit. They come through with police dogs, man. They try to engage us as if we were involved in some more major shit than we actually were. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that shit was ill. And that's real as fuck. And then there was a time they came with the SWAT team. Man, we barricaded ourselves a couple times. And, you know, they were going to cut the plumbing because they thought we were going to fucking flush some dope and shit. You know, so they brought police dogs in. I don't know, there was a party the night before, man. Someone the night before must have gotten to the cabinet, man, and pulled out some lemon pepper, man, just as a party joke. And just kind of party fouled it all over the floor. Because I don't know, man, when those police dogs came through, there was lemon pepper all over the place. I don't know who did that, but, you know. So anyway, man, West Coast, growing up, war games and shit with the police. Man, yeah. None of this shit is all over the place, man. None of it. It's just that, man, we grew up during a time when they wanted to play Nazi Germany, America on U.S. soil. And they wanted to make us the subjects of their wannabe reign on U.S. soil. And, yeah, that was an undeclared war in America. And we survived that shit. So, that being said, man, we know the history. We know the books. We're adults in our chosen, respective, professional motherfucking fields. This shit ain't really random, man. You know, I say it's unscripted. I mean, it's scripted, man, but somewhat, improvised, improv. And, yeah, man, world audience, just telling the story, man, that a lot of people have never heard, that a lot of people don't know about, sharing a little bit more here and there, a little bit more of the backstory, people that didn't know this, didn't know that, that just thought we were on some crazy fucking sideways, like erratic, like cuckoo, Popeye. That's my trademark shit. I use that because some stupid fucking reject really thought that we were fucking crazy back in the day. He had no idea, man. He had no idea that we would go on to become one of the most powerful fucking entities in U.S. American motherfucking history. You see, because, man, there are arrogant people, man, and they don't know shit that they think that they fucking know. They don't understand that it's designed, that it's created, that it's calculated, that it's a process. You know what I'm saying? That it's a production, that it's an operation. Yeah, man, we're a private sector organization. We run our shit the same way that Skull and Bones runs its shit, that Freemasons run their shit, that FBI runs its shit, that CIA runs its shit, that this society runs its shit, and that society runs its shit. We run our shit the same way. We know about all those organizations, their charters, their stories, their narratives, their backstories, their traditions, their histories. We do our shit the same way, man. Rob's Rules of Order In order to be a member of our organization back then, you had to have a copy of Rob's Rules of Order. Straight up. I'm talking the board. Like, when you wanted to be a member and you were making an application to become a member of our organization, you had to be familiar with Rob's Rules of Order. Parliamentary law. Real shit. We used to read that shit when we were fucking kids. We created an organization. I'm part of an organization. I'm just saying, man, I come from a background where growing up in America during a time of an undeclared war in America, yeah, man, it's true. We were basically a militia. Basically. With rank, order, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's at the same level. You're probably like, come on, Grove, that sounds, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, that's the way we ran it because, man, you know what I'm saying? And some people are like, well, that's too many chiefs under one roof. Nah, man, we're a different type of organization. We think differently, man. We're atypical. So I'm just saying, man, I remember back in the day when, when we were part of the undeclared war in America, I could go to the homies and be like, yo, man, I need some straps. And they'd be like, what do you want? I'd be like, shit, I need a 9, 4.5, fucking 380, 22, 25. You know what I mean? And they'd be like, all right, here you go. Here you go, bro. Here you go, bro. You know, straight up, bro, on the strength, like on GP, on general principle, and vice versa. I used to give homies straps too, like, here you go, bro. Here go the 380, you know what I'm saying? Here go the 9. Shit. Homies listening to this, they're like, damn, I remember that. Those days of the undeclared war in America. Man, we used to just walk around armed up, man. Police knew it. Society knew it. Everyone where I come from, man, is armed. Every fucking buddy. You couldn't live where I live, man, without being armed. Motherfuckers didn't give a shit about concealed weapon permits, about the fucking police, about the FBI, about the motherfucking police, about society. None of that shit, man, in terms of gun laws. Where I come from, you can't fucking survive on the streets unless you're fucking armed up. In the 1990s. I'm just saying, man. That's how it was out west, man. It's absolutely the fuck how it was. That's not to embellish or to glorify. That's just the reality, man. You know what I mean? And it was a sick fucking reality, too. Just a sick fucking reality. Because to survive out there, people were willing to take those penitentiary risks every fucking day around the clock, man, because they looked at the alternative. The alternative was to be a sitting duck, a Vic, that is a victim, out on the streets in the 1990s, man, when gangs and marauders were rolling around in fucking high-performance vehicles and shit, and a nigga just be out there, just be like, nah, I don't want to participate in what's going on. I mean, that nigga was finna get jacked, robbed, beat up. I'm just saying, man, it was a sick fucking dimension of space-time. Yes, we were protectors. Yes, we were the defenders. Yes, we helped people. But I'm saying there were motherfuckers out there that weren't like that. They were scandalous, man, and they were trying to fleece society and sack Rome and shit, you know? And we were the cats that were, you know, we were against that, man. We were about, yo, this is the Republic, man. We're doing our own little small part to hold this shit down. This is our stronghold. This is our foundation. This is us. We come from good families that support and believe in America, the Republic. Man, I always used to pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Always, man. And forever. And it made me sick to my stomach when I found out that there was this mole infiltrator, fake Christian, enemy of America, masquerader, fake ass punk, Hussein Barack Obama, attempting to infiltrate our U.S. political arena, political system of American government. I was like, wow, this motherfucker doesn't salute the flag. No Pledge of Allegiance with him, huh? And he wants to be president of the U.S. Oh, and he just became president too. People actually voted for this motherfucking enemy of America. Wow. And they want for me to follow along with the plan? They must not know who the fuck I am.